damage indicators. So like
that is planned. It's just not in this patch. We did too.
I know, like, because there's people, so like newer PJ players don't understand it, but like older PJ players do, because obviously they are used to big damage numbers. But like I know newer PJ players don't like the big damage numbers because they can't comprehend what it means. Okay, this question's from Alexander Prime. Did you watch Eclipse's new video? If so, what are your thoughts? Do we want to talk about this? Or do you want to just like keep this?
I'm gonna say the progression part was completely valid.
Yeah.
Everyone kind of hates dummies. That is kind of the main focus of the next update. I don't like that he didn't actually engage with fusion, which is kind of the whole point of
the game.
Project Jojo 2.
That was really dumb.
I thought it was kind of funny. He got jumped by a clean Emperor and then lost, and then blamed it on the Emperor being like fused when it wasn't.
Yeah.
But he was always gonna hate the game.
Yeah. There's no fixing
I
that.
have DMs with him where he just said that he hated the original, and that.
That's fair. Yeah, but I don't think you should bring that hate towards like a sequel, especially when it's ran by different developers too. How far apart is the Fridays patch away from the Rifts update?
The next update is at least right now is planned to have 2 new stands. One of them I already revealed.
Def 13.
I think the other one is pretty obvious. Like if you look at the teaser of what Fear and Folly is, it's like really obvious.
Yeah. Hierophant Green win. We're going to try to avoid adding more Part 3 stands. Obviously, we're already adding Def 13, and that's another Part 3 stand, so we're going to try to add more stands from other parts. Can GR get some buffs? It's surprisingly bad.
GER is in a little bit of a tough place because GE just has so many moves and so much going for it, and if you make GER too present, it just becomes wait for GER like in PGJ1.
Internal Glowing asked, I don't know if there's an indicator for it, but does the encyclopedia have an indicator for what a focus move is and what isn't?
Currently, it does not. My problem with the encyclopedia is the way it was designed was for very simplistic information, and the wiki
that's why
is, at the end of the day, supposed to be the source of all the specific information. At some point, I am going to go in and change the values to percentages.
Yeah, a lot of people ask that. It's like, why isn't like cooldowns listed in encyclopedia? Why isn't like, you know, what is special and base and what's not? And that's just because, like, dude, if we did that, it would look like a mess. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. The Forgot One asked, will Anubis have its possession ability? And I talked about this before, but is that even possible? Because the way PJ1 does it, it's like it copies over the guy's script into your script, which is horrible to do. Like, that's a really bad idea. Like Anubis possession, like, do you think it's possible, Anabros?
For like copying whole movesets?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think it's possible. Like,
honestly, I really have to look at it.
Yeah.
Like, functionality's technically there. I mean, Boy to Man can.
Yeah, Boy to Man, Vampire can do it, kind of, I guess, as well.
I think it's probably possible, to be honest. It's just
add Hey Ya or the Hustle. So this actually brings up a good point. We're going to avoid adding Part 9 stands for the time being, just because when the next chapter comes out, it's literally going to be outdated almost instantly. We saw this happen with Soft and Wet in Part 8. The next chapter would be like, oh, hey, Soft and Wet can do explosive bubbles now, like with bombs. Oh, now Soft and Wet has Go Beyond now. Oh, okay. But since Part 8 is finished now, we can actually like fully add Part 8 stands. Okay, this guy asks, will there ever be Red Camaros in the shop? No. Rifts will fix pretty much all your issues you're having with getting items.
Rifts, I mean, they're supposed to.
Yeah, they're supposed to.
We are going to keep the dummies in just because if you want to mindlessly beat them and chill out and like listen to YouTube or something, then you can. But the problem is that they are like the only option. I mean, you can walk around, but it's still. Can
we get any info on White Snake evolutions? Anything at all? Sea Moon and MIH are not planned right now. Not to say that they're not going to be. They will be added eventually. Like, obviously, that's a main villain stand. It's just we don't have anything planned for them yet. Will you revamp the Hamon and True Hamon VFX to look more accurate to the anime? Yeah, there's gonna be a VFX overhaul soon. There's also gonna be a model overhaul soon. the whole game is going to get a facelift because since we have money now, thanks for that, by the way. Thanks for playing our game, making us money. So that way we can make the game even better because I'm basically pouring everything I've earned back into the game to make everything look better. That's why we hired new modelers. That's why we're looking for new sound effects designers, new map makers. So if you guys know anybody that does sound effects or makes maps and can replicate the Jojo style and our map style, let them know so they can submit an application. What do you think about Horus and Emity Devil? Horus, entirely possible. At Emity Devil, that's going to be kind of tricky. You're going to have to balance between... It's literally... The best way to describe it is the way Heroes for the Future does it. It's like when you have a stand that's like completely separated from you and you have to control it, it's really hard to navigate like what you're doing basically. Because you have to obviously protect your player and obviously you want to protect yourself as well when you're controlling the puppet. So that's just a hard stand to add, but I mean, it would be cool to add though. Are you guys ever going to do seasonal events? Yeah, we will. We won't be doing a Christmas event because there's literally no time to do it. We wish we could. There was one planned, but we can't do it because obviously rifts are more important.
I need to touch you.
Somebody asked when mobile. I don't even think there is any plans for mobile right now.
There's the problem with mobile is the map right now. It's just too.
Yep.
It'll cook the.
Maybe when we hire these new map makers, we'll eventually have like the map more optimized. Well, admin stands, like there's no admin stands. There's no such thing. And there's not going to be. There's going to be eventually. There's going to be Kingdom for Heaven. That's going to be for developers and contributors only.
Stand list to have like a moveset.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen.
That very much.
This is not ABD, guys. Okay. Are you planning on adding back Wonder View and Tier 8? I don't think Tier 8s are planned until we get more stands, obviously, because you have to flesh it out. Will Sinner Soul be able to give every stand a over heaven buff? Okay, this is a good question because this was something like going to be from PJ1. Enderos, what do you think of the idea of it like an over heaven subspec?
I mean, it's doable.
I know.
I forgot what it actually does.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. I know people have said like make over heaven subspec like a variant of Rec Room. Like you either get Rec Room or you get over heaven, which is a good idea. But it's like you would have to like change Rec Room in a way to like make it like, okay, why would you want Rec Room sub on your stand? And like, why would you want Over Heaven's like sub on your stand? You would need to make it different enough to like, you know, actually matter. You guys plan on buffing the Gucci glasses for Game Pass? It has limited utility at the moment.
It's at the max range that Roblox will like let you do it, or else it starts breaking.
Will you add novel stands? Yes, we will eventually. We've talked about it before already. No game does it.
No, he found me.
And we want to be the first game to do it. I don't know if any game has even like attempted to add novel stands besides like ABD with like which stands will you say never get added? Probably the one Enderbro said because if we encourage suicide in the game, we might get taken down. Other than that, I don't really know. Like I can look at the list real quick, but there's not really any like I think that are impossible to add. This guy says, is there any plans on tweaking general movement speed and its effects on combat? Like low HP equals less speed walking. Current combat is so boring, chasing someone in 10 minutes to end a fight. Like, there's any lesser tools to chase down people compared to... Yeah, I guess I can understand that.
Problem is that with reducing movement speed, if they're low, is one, it just punishes people who aren't running. Like, you have like a blessing like Divine or something, or Angelic, or something that's dependent on you getting low, and then you get punished because you can't make a comeback. Also, people will just start running at higher health percentages. Like if you start getting slower at 10%, they'll start running away when they get to 15.
We'll see. There are going to be data resets in the future. No. There will never be a data reset. If anything, if something bad happens, it would just be like a rollback. Will stands be able to affect the map like PGA stands? I'm pretty sure the map is built to be able to be affected by stands. It's just there's not anything that does that yet, so...
Yeah, there has to be a stand that would like reasonably do it.
Yeah. Where is all the pose music? What do you mean? Are you thinking of 8BD? I think you got the wrong game. There's never been any pose music in PGJ. There's only one stand in PGJ 1 that does that, and that's Wayward Son, and that's a developer stand, and only owned by like me and Tim Super. So, are you thinking of adding new non-canon stands or just the old ones? That's a difficult question because like, I'd rather just. You know, obviously, I want to add the non-canons from PGA 1. Like, everyone loves those. But in my personal opinion, I think actual stands from JoJo matter more than whatever we make up.
But after all of the non-canons from PJJ1, like considering we get that far, there are going to be at some point, a very long time from now, new non-canons.
Yeah, like I know we had like a Christmas non-canon planned because PJ1 was going to have one, but then it never got added. I tried to.
They have to be done very. They have to be planned very meticulously, so it doesn't just turn into like
AUT, and AV.
What does
I don't know,
like, dude?
But yeah,
by highway stuff.
So we were gonna play it safe and try and get it down right because PJ1 has very good non-canons. Is the soft and wet currently in-game based on Josefumi or Josuke? Okay, so the new patch is actually going to fix this issue. The current soft and wet in-game is based off of Josefumi. Is it possible for stuff like arcade mode to be added back? Probably. I mean, that would just be a separate game, but like that's the thing, is like we would have to like separately update that game, and it's kind of a mess. Like that's why PGA1 Arcade is so outdated, because it never got touched. Will course parts and record mirrors stop spawning in Mario when Italy is added? Okay, and then there's another question about Italy. Will Italy and PGA 2 remain the same as Mario, just like PGA 1 was? Italy is weird. We don't know what we're gonna do.
Italy might not happen, depending on.
Yeah,
at least not like PGJ 1 style Italy.
Yeah, you don't want to separate the player base into two different Marios.
The problem with Italy is you literally only did it to AFK Requiem arrows or do one quest.
Yeah, it's not a good thing to do. Okay, this is a good question. We also was actually talking about this, Stan. Will you guys ever make Tattoo U or Civil War? I know Enderbros wanted to make Civil War, and I wanted to make Tattoo U, because I personally really like 11 Men. I think it's cool that they're able to all use the same stand and, just do whatever. And I think that'd be really cool to have in a JoJo game. Will you guys say anything about the changes people want to stands like Whitesnake? I know people hate Whitesnake right now. Whitesnake right now is not great. And
I think,
and bros, hold on. I want to say this in front of everyone. Everyone is mad at us because the Whitesnake doesn't have the gun move, and I told you this would happen when you removed it out of the moveset, bro. I told you it was gonna happen. You were like, "There's too many gun moves in the game." I'm like, "Dude, it's Whitesnake with a Glock."
It was a copy paste of.
Yeah, but like, who cares? It's the Glock. Also, no one uses disguise, so like, it was just like a waste of a move slot. That's just my opinion.
Just add the gun back.
Yeah, but y'all can blame Enderbros for the horrible Whitesnake. I'm just kidding, but yeah.
People were just living in Whitesnake because it couldn't perma-steal.
Yeah, why would we add perma-stealing? Like, that's such a bad idea.
Melt Your Heart is pretty garbage right now.
Is Harvest coming back? Not in the same way it happened PGA 1, that's for sure. If you think we're gonna add a way for a stand to go pick up items like while you're AFK, is crazy. Like, that's crazy if you think we're gonna add that. Like, sure, we'll add Harvest eventually, but it's not going to be like that. Are custom poses coming back? No, it's not possible out of those. You can't make there's no way to add custom poses, like you being able to make your own pose, because first off, the game doesn't run on LERP anymore. It runs on actual animation IDs. Will there ever be supernatural stuff in the map, like the Ghost Alley, Devil's Palm? I remember we talked about adding like stage hazards or like map hazards. So like funny stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, it's possible. Are we going to get custom keybinds? I think that was something.
It's not possible right now because all the keybinds are hard-coded.
How is Gang Wars going to work? Will there be different game modes? Yes. So can we talk about that, or do we just keep that under wraps for now? This guy said, will the private server prices be lowered considering the nerf drop rates are in them and how you made them cost 90% more than the OG game? What do you think about that, Enderbros?
Private servers? I mean, you're paying for the ability to just, well, if any of your friends have it too, to just get as many items as you want without people annoying you.
Are you ever going to open up the game for consoles?
Star Platinum got its block buffed and it got its inhale buffed.
Will the skies make your name change as well? Oh yeah, by the way, that guy that just joined VC, Pickles.
Stop! No, he's lying. He's lying. No! Stop! He's lying, guys. Don't listen to him.
Are you sure? Okay. Anyways.
Yes.
If you join the audience one more time, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say what you did on that VC. Guys, he peed his pants in front of like everybody.
Stop lying, dude. He's lying, dude.
Get out of here. Alright. Yeah.
You liar.
Dude, his pants. There's a video of it somewhere. Like he peed his pants like on camera. It was crazy. That dude's a weirdo.
It's water. I swear to God, it's water.
Shut up. All right, back to the questions. Will you or similar stands have chasing? Oh, you mean auto aim barrages? Heck no. That is super unbalanced.
I saw some question about Whitesnake Standist disabling the stand. I think it was a thing, but the problem is people just ran away and just didn't fight you at all because they have no stand, and then it just became really boring.
Yeah,
like it just turned into like basically a hard stun. The thing with Whitesnake is I don't think people understand how strong it is because it doesn't just do big damage. Like Pendleton's entire build, it puts in best special. I can't do basic math. Hold on.
Yeah, that's another thing. People don't like how you have to like think about the stat points. Yeah.
That'll probably.
It should just be like PGA 1 where you can just add it in. How many sound designers? Okay, so we haven't currently hired any sound designers right now. Like the applications are still going on. So if you want to submit an application, you can go ahead. They close on Sunday. Will every single one of the old stands from PGA 1 be added back over time? Yeah, eventually.
I don't think people understand that it completely disables all his passives. So, like he can't backstab me anymore.
Oh my god, why is Penny doing that?
I hate you, Pendleton.
I think everyone hates Pendleton. Is heavy weather going to be a rec room like form or no? So that's interesting because like if weather report does get added, it would probably be like a tier 7 because weather report does so many things and it's a really powerful stand and it has an evolved form too. It would probably be tier 7. And to get heavy weather, I'm not really sure how you would go about.
And I'm not sure PGJ will ever be the type of game to add like super long quests to get one stand.
Yeah, no. Will item notifiers be a thing like a game pass? What do you think of that?
Item notifier. It's the Gucci glasses.
I mean, he's talking about like popping up in chat or something like that. Or like revealing like, oh hey, and stand arrows spawned.
I mean, I don't think it's that necessary. Especially when rifts are coming in and we're gonna be a way to get items.
This guy says, I have a question. Why doesn't TUS Act 4 have stand M1s? And will you give TUS Act 4 stand M1s? Using TUS Act 4 feels really weird because it's very grab-based, but you do not have access to arguably the best close-range pressure tool, so it feels extremely awkward. That's Enero's fault because he made a lot of these dumb movesets, so blame him for that.
Bro does not do anything for the game for a year and then blames me for anything that goes wrong.
No, I just like, dude, there's just a lot of movesets I don't like, but TUS Act 4 should have stand-in ones. I don't know why it doesn't. It's probably because
it's just an oversight. I can fix it.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
For stands that are small or too big, like Strength, Tower of Grey, will there be some sort of minions, like stage that you fight a boss on? Tower of Grey can just be a normal stand. It's not too small to be an issue. Strength, on the other hand, would be like a boss thing maybe one day. I know I talked about Strength in the past, like a year ago, adding it as like a boss thing. But, I mean, I can see it being a thing in the future. Will cars / Ultimate Lifeform, WAMU, and AC/DC spec be a thing? Oh yeah, I don't see why not. There's no reason not to, honestly. Is making a stand difficult? No. The worst part about making a stand is waiting on the assets to be made. Like, that's literally it. But I feel like that's with every game nowadays. What about it? It's just, like I said, waiting on assets to be made. Scripting it. We have Thunderbros and Benji are really good at like getting stuff done on time and doing it like in a reasonable amount of time. So scripting is really easy to do, but in terms of waiting on people to finish other stuff like assets, that's always been a PGA 2 issue. That's kind of what delayed PGA 2 for the longest time, was just waiting for stuff to be finished. But hopefully with these new modelers and things like that, it won't be an issue anymore. When I asked if OG PGA music would be added, I was referring to songs like Talent Talk and Lazy Sun. Okay, so yeah, that's what I was assuming, because that is copyrighted replacement music that Roblox has in place. They don't even use it anymore, I think, actually. And, I mean, it would be a cool thing to add. I know a lot of people like those songs because it reminds them of old PGA. So I would not. I mean, I wouldn't be against the idea. Will different stand jumps be added, like PGA 1-star platinum cars, bicycle jumps? Oh, yeah, for sure. It would just be like a C plus Z move, probably. I think there's one in game that we have already that's like that. I can't remember. Somebody wants to know if the stream is being recorded. No, it's not being recorded. Will in-game VC be added to PGA 2? No, because that's a really bad. That's a bad idea.
What's a bad idea?
In-game VC. I think Benji was asked if we should add it. I was like, that's a really bad idea. Like, PGA player base is awful. Filled with a lot of toxic people. But then again, it's a fighting game, so what do you expect? Will you be adding detailed cutscene moves to stands to be more accurate to the source material? Okay, so we are really against cutscene moves. Mainly because PGA 1 never did it, and why should we? We're not here to make a movie. We're here to make a combat game. And I feel like a game like PGA shouldn't need cinematic cutscenes. I don't know if I'm the only one that thinks like that, but Ender Bros is the same way. It just really takes you out of the combat. I don't know. Will the binds that use C plus be changed eventually for moves that aren't variables, like healing yourself versus healing someone with B? We're not going to get rid of the C plus moves, but I kind of get what you mean. I know a lot of people don't like having to, press C and then stretch their hand across their keyboard. It's kind of annoying.
It could probably be changed to a toggle where you hit C and then all the moves that are C, you just have to hit the one move.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Any plan on making White Stick Disguise work in remote mode?
It kept breaking.
Yeah, I think that was a thing.
Trouble.
Yeah, I remember that being
It was supposed to function like that, and then it just.
Will barrage types be added back? Like soft and wet had a DOT effect. The reason why soft and wet and PG1 had that is because it based on the Josuke soft and wet. But I get what you mean, like over heaven barrage and stuff like that. Yeah, eventually I can see them being a thing again. Thoughts on percentage damage, like PG1 over heavens. Percentage damage is weird. That's all I'm gonna really say about that. I don't like getting to math. I hate math. Can we have better movement in general? I'd like better outplay potential in close range. Seems like I know a lot of people don't really like the movement, and I can see why. But it would just have to be something we'd look more into, honestly. Do you remember when MLG mentioned the stand variants, like variant A/B, stand having different moves from one another? I do remember that, and honestly, I thought it was a terrible idea at the time. And to this day, I still think that would have been a terrible idea. But can we expect some stands already added to get big reworks? There's gonna be visual updates and things like that.
Well, I think Yellow Temperance and
did you say Hamon?
Certain moves need to get reworked. I think Yellow Temperance is the only stand that might need a whole rework.
Well, you guys give 12 time stop resistance. That's speaking of 12 and speaking of time stop, people really hate that 12 doesn't have time stop. And what, Bros, do you want to defend yourself on this one? Because this was your idea. I'm gonna put you on the spot.
One, if you just give it time stop, it's just boring, for one. Two, it lets the world have its own kind of thing where it's the time stop stand.
Yeah.
And that's what is this guy doing? And if it did have time stop, people would just complain that it's boring because it's copied and pasted. Yeah,
either way we're not gonna win.
And also it literally does have time stop. It's the exact same effect. It just isn't a giant AoE blast. I think skill trees could be cool if they were done well, but doing them well is more complicated than fusions.
Yeah.
As far as implementing them.
Can we expect a tournament of power being held at any point? Yeah, probably. I want to do them. It's just a matter of how are we going to do it. And the game needs to be out, out of beta, if we're going to do those.
If we had ragdoll combo stun combat, it would be actually unbearable.
Yeah.
Because it's already impossible to balance these stands because they can use everything and everything.
Yeah.
And then you add even fighting games with single characters that you can't change have like infinite combos.
Yeah.
Now imagine trying to not have infinite stun combos on like the 800,000 different
combinations of stance you can make.
Do.
Like it would be. It's also, like nobody would actually play the game. I'm just gonna say this now. If you're trying to contact me or anyone on the staff team to buy the game, to invest in the game, to donate to the game, you're gonna get immediately turned down. We're not selling the game, first of all, and
it depends on what type of person it is. If it's
I'm not looking to sell anything.
A promoter, I'm interested.
Oh yeah.
As an investor, no.
Yeah, like if you're gonna promote the game, like we can talk about that, but
you can ask that guy if he's a promoter or an investor. We do need promotion because we didn't put any ads out for the beta.
Yeah, well, I mean, we didn't even put a trailer out. You can donate to the game with Robux in game, but that's it. Like, we're not looking to, like, we're not asking people to donate. It's just people who want to do that, like, out of their own well-being. Because most people, when they try to donate, they want something out of it, like Kingdoms of Heaven, and we're not doing that. So, you guys plan on adding more blessings? I mean, yeah, that'd be cool. I think there's always room for more. This guy's saying, are you planning on fixing the kill leader? Me and my friends were the first one to find it. I don't know what that means.
I know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
It's been patched in the new update.
Will Smashing Pumpkins and other event stands only be available during an event? Yeah. So if we add back SMP, it would be for only Halloween, and then that's it. And same thing would be with SSB. I think, yeah, SSB, 4th of July, and maybe Memorial Day. I don't know. I think 4th of July makes the most sense now. But it could, be multiple holidays.
I'm sure someone has asked. I'm not going to check the chat, but I'm sure someone has asked if we're adding skins, and we're not adding skins.
Oh, I haven't seen anyone ask that yet, but because I've been scrolling so far. But
there are cosmetic options planned, but they're not skins.
Are there going to be NPCs that fight back? Yes, bosses are coming soon. Rifts are going to have bosses. I asked about time stop resistance for 12. Like Tusk has time stop resistance. So yeah, why doesn't 12 have time stop resistance? Ender Bros.
Why doesn't 12 time stop resistance?
Yeah.
Was it ever shown having time stop resistance in the?
I mean, it's Ender Bros. It's the world just over heaven. It's gonna have time stop resistance.
I guess just for gore. I mean, for balance reasons, it shouldn't have time stop resistance. But
will shotgun be added back? I actually forgot about shotgun. Maybe it can come back. Are we getting rebirth arrows back? No.
Basically, every rift you get, unless you're in the hard rift, then you only get 2 bad ones. You get a good tarot card and a bad tarot card, and they modify what happens in the rift. So, like, let me pull up my list. So the yellow ones are the
purple.
Yes, the yellow ones are the positive ones. So let's see, Hermit. Wait, someone has a point. Why did you decide to have this during the Game Awards?
Dude, no, I'm sorry, but I don't care about the Game Awards. Dude, any award show is awful. Yeah, for sure. Like novel stands, yeah, those are entirely possible.
And I also have a guest here. You mind coming on in? Hey, it's me, Michael Jackson. I just wanted to say I love you, Ender Bros.
Venom.
You're my favorite developer, and I want to invite you to my house in Neverland.
Hey, yo, Michael Jackson's here, bro. Yo,
with all the children, you could play with all the children.
Yo, get out of here. Yo. What's your question, Reaper?
When is Sports Bets Close gonna get updated?
All right, you're going back to audience soon. All right.
Hello.
Please don't say the N-word.
First, I just want to. I won't, bro. What do you mean? No. First, I just want to say that the game is very enjoyable so far. So I just wanted to thank both of you for the work so far. But my main question is, how is like boss AI going to fundamentally work?
The bosses are more like patterns. It's more like a hazard. You will be fighting a bunch of basic enemies that just have like the run at you and attack AI. And then while that's happening, the boss is doing a bunch of different attacks, but they're all like, I do I describe this? It's more like an area hazard where it's not just running at you and using attacks. It'll like have a cycle that you have to react to.
Okay, but yeah, thank you for your question. Okay, Yuki Vibes. I'm just gonna invite you.
Hello.
Hello, what's your question?
Alright. Will Heaven's Door be added? If so, what are your thoughts on it?
Heaven's Door is interesting because it could do a lot of things. Also, there's like 1,000 novels and spin-off of Rohan of like material we can use because Araki loves Rohan. So, I mean, Heaven's Door can definitely be added. It's more so like, what will we do with it is the main question. And honestly, I'm not too sure. I don't know if Enabros has any certain ideas, but
Heaven's Door.
Yeah, Heaven's Door.
A really long time ago, I had an idea where you use a move and then you have to like, you know those games where you have to like connect dots?
Oh no.
You have to like connect the dots and it scribbles like a kanji and then...
You mean like Osu?
No, not like Osu.
Okay, I was about to say.
Like you use a move and then it pulls up a little probably not like in the center of your screen because that would be annoying. But you like you sketch a kanji and then depending on how accurate.
Yo, we're gonna have to learn like Japanese and stuff to use Heaven's Door.
It'll be like it'll be
out. Yeah. I get what you mean. Evil Bros, I'll invite you back to see if you actually talk this time.
Hello. Is it working?
Yes, it's working this time.
Alright. So, on behalf of my friend, I know this was, touched upon earlier when we were talking about the, I think it's the Gucci glasses. He wants to know if it's going to get buffed, like, I guess visually, because he says that it's hard for him to see stuff close, or I don't exactly know how it is in game, but he just says that he doesn't think it's good. And it's really only helpful
for whatever reason, when we tried to increase the Gucci glass range, it started breaking.
Well, I don't think it's the range. He says that he just can't really see through walls or whatever. It's only useful for bushes.
It's not intended to let you see through walls.
So yeah. So is that like no? He's not gonna be able to see through walls with it.
Meant to be like
Yeah, that'd be bad.
All right, that's all.
Get out here, Evil Bros.
Bye.
Yeah, goodbye, Cell. I'm not going to invite Aqua because that guy sucks. I'm scared inviting people.
I'll invite myself.
You're out of here. I'll take Cat PFP, the most evil person here. Let's invite that guy, Christian 194.
Yo, what's up, man?
What's your question?
I have multiple, but I'll ask one of the most simple ones. You remember how PG1 before LMOG decided to nerf everything? There was like really goofy ass builds where like you could one shot people. Where they were. So I used to have this build with SSB with the Crate Blessing where I would just one shot everything, which not one shot. It was just goofing around and killing bosses for one kill. Would things like that be returning? Like,
no.
Would it be like that? Oh. Well, next question is, will you ever make a game mode where you just have everything hyper buffed, where you just get like you're just killing people like with I would say like 1-2 abilities?
I don't know, but I mean, the thing is with like,
I did have something in mind for in Gang Wars, a randomizer mode where.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Every time you spawn, you have a random fusion with a random blessing or Ulf.
That'll be pretty fun. Because I'm mostly saying, because I used to enjoy like PG1 before the nerfs, because you would just have like this random like combination of really dumb stuff, and you just wonder how that could one shot at this person, and then I really enjoyed that when I was younger. Last question is like, what are your best moments from PG1?
I want to hear them. I want to hear them ask a question. Penny, come on, join. Come on, Penny. They're not gonna. All right, you're on server muted, Penny. They went back to being server muted. Oh wait, never mind. You gonna ask a question, Penny? Okay. Nope. All right, you're going back. Come on, MJ.
Huh? Oh, you want him back? Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on, he's taking a shit. Let me go throw him up the toilet.
MJ's
Michael. yes, you wanted to talk to me again, Ender Bros?
So, Michael,
Yeah.
what stand would you like to see in PJ2?
Probably my own OC, Thriller.
I dig your class, son. You are a little bit peculiar.
I am not. Lord knows I love PJJ.
I don't believe you, son.
Lord knows I love Ender Bros. I never slept in a bed with Ender Bros. I slept on the floor in a sleeping bag. Ender Bros, do you want to hear my real voice?
I'm not so sure, son.
I want your dick.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Nellio's kind of a fraud, but okay, Bo.
What? Oh, hold on. We're not just gonna start it like that.
What do you mean?
We're not just gonna start it off like that. What has she ever done to you?
Well, she's a fraud. Like, she got turned into a kid or whatever. How you?
Did you not watch 1,000 Year Blood War? She back.
I know,
Also,
but like, she has to have like a wristband or whatever to like be in that form. So.
Also, Penny says to freedom.
I don't like Penny, so
I voice for the people.
But yeah, so I want to ask you a question, Bolt.
Yes.
Where are the lobsters at? Where have they been going?
They're free, in the ocean, where they belong.
You sure?
Of course.
Okay.
I'm a man of God. I would never lie on my name.
All right. You're going back. Stamp Goat. I think I know you. I'll let you speak. You gonna say anything, or just gonna be? Guys, if
hello,
okay. hello.
Okay. I just want to ask a question.
Yeah. Okay.
About dummies. Like when you try to attack dummies, a lot of they don't act like players. So, like when you try to do effects, like say bad stat, like the magnetism doesn't work, so it's really hard to test stuff. So you kind of have to either like arcade people or like have a friend like in a private server. So like I don't know if you could if that's intentional or like what.
Yeah, well, it's intentional, but Ambrose, like, why is it like that? Like, how come effects don't work on dummies?
It's a coding limitation.
Oh, okay. Because I wasn't sure.
Benji was the one who did that.
Yeah.
You would have to. It might change with rifts. We might be able to just find a way to make, PvE work with dummies.
But yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I just had one more thing. I did ask about movement earlier.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just like, it's because like in close range. So when you're close range, like sometimes you can feel like you're kind of battling against numbers because of like say like things like barrages or like high damage stands. It's like it's really hard to contest them if you also don't have high damage. So like I don't know if like you could have things like if the dash. I don't know if the dash is iframes. I'm not sure. But like even lowering the cooldown of dash, like doesn't have to be a lot, but like enough to where like you don't I don't know how to explain it, but like enough to where it's like
I get what you mean.
It's usable in combat, you know, like it's not own movement, like that's what I mean.
I do think like movement in general needs like some type of rework. I don't know, but maybe that's just me. But I do think there should be some more movement options, possibly. And I do think like maybe dash should like be like lower cooldown or something. But I don't know. We'll have to like look into that. So.
Okay.
Thank you for your questions.
Yeah, thank you. That's all I needed.
Yep. Fog.
Yo. Oh, Michael Jackson's gone now, so I actually have questions. So there's some like things in the wiki concerning like more in-depth descriptions of like fusion. Like I was looking to try to see like in-depth information about like Tusk subfuse, and it just has information about King Crimson subfuse on Tusk's page.
The wiki is incomplete yet.
Yeah.
And and then also a page for like what each like effects to attacks like piercing or like effects like Let me look. Encyclopedia. Like hindered and amnesia and all that stuff. Like I feel like those need descriptions as well, because it's like, oh, my attacks, it applies exposed. Like what the hell does that do? There's no way to tell if something's good or bad or anything with like concerning those inflicted status effects. So I don't know if that's planned or not, but I just like wanted to talk about it because it's pretty frustrating, like just not knowing what the hell some things do.
Hopefully the wiki will fix that. Because like we can't add everything to the encyclopedia, obviously. So but now get out of here. All right. I'm gonna move you back to the audio. Yeah, traits are not coming back at all. So yeah. Let me see. Okay, the guy with the world profile picture kept, like asking me, and I don't know. I feel like this guy's evil, but I'll invite him. Let's see. Let's see if he says anything bad.
Yo, bro.
Yeah, what's up?
I just have an actual question.
Okay.
I was just wondering, like, because I know you guys got soft and wet right now, and you guys are probably planning on adding, like, you know, the winner of you and everything. But you guys have plans on adding some more diverse variety, especially in later parts. Like every JoJo game right now is just like every part 3 stand and every part 4 stand, every part 5 stand, and obviously that's because they're in the anime. But there's like a bajillion part 8 stands.
Oh yeah, we definitely want to mix it up and add stuff that isn't animated and things like that. So
all right, that answers my question. Thank you very much.
Yep. All right.
Yo. First off, I really love the game.
Thank you.
My question is about the music. Are you gonna add like a volume setting?
I do. I think adding more settings is a good idea, I think. So yeah, definitely something we will do. So
also, like there's a lot of music missing from the first game, from Project Jojo 1.
Yeah. Yeah, that's already been fixed. PJ1.
No, I mean like more music.
More music?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can definitely add more music. It shouldn't be a problem at all, honestly. It's very easy to add music in, so.
Can I ask another thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's about my favorite stands.
What's your favorite stand? Sod? Okay.
And Sticky Fingers. It's like, how long are we gonna have to wait for them?
Sod, I'll say not too long. Sticky Fingers, I don't know. We haven't really talked about Sticky Fingers.
All right.
All right, everyone. That's gonna be it. Bros, I know is tired. I'm tired. I got stuff I need to do in the morning. So yeah, we'll do more of these. I definitely want to do more because it's good to like get feedback from you guys, and there's been a lot of good ideas that have been brought to us. And so I want to thank you guys for that. So thank you guys for coming out, and there's people that have been here the entire time. That's crazy. Thank you for that.